Hey, what's up everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this really awesome no setup card trick that I definitely think you should add to your routine. So make sure you stick around to learn this one. But before we get into the performance, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this one. And also guys, I did launch an Amazon page that has a collection of all the decks that I use in my videos along with some magic tricks and magic accessories. So the link will be in the description to my Amazon page. Definitely check that out if you are interested. But anyways, let's get right into this performance. Okay, so I would start off this trick by having my spectators shuffle the deck as much as they want. Once they are done shuffling, I would ask for the cards back and explain to them that we are going to be using the values of the top two cards in the deck. So in this case, we have the 5 of clubs and the 6 of diamonds. Now, like I mentioned, we are really only concerned with the values here because what I'm going to be doing is dealing cards on top of these until we reach a total value of 10. So here's what I mean by that. We have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for my spectator selection, what we're going to do here is add the values of these two cards together. 6 plus 5 is 11. I'm going to deal 11 cards from the top of the deck, and the 11th card is going to be my spectator selection. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the 11th card right there, that is going to be my spectator's card. Now, if I was performing this trick for a spectator, and if I had one here, I would just have them look at the card. But for the purpose of this performance here, just since I don't have a spectator with me, we are both going to take a look at the card together. So in this case, my spectator's card is the 6 of spades. They would just memorize that. We're going to go ahead and get my spectator's card lost into the deck. Now, with the magician not knowing the spectator's card, you would tell your spectator that you are going to be dealing cards onto the table. One pile is going to be face up, one pile is going to be face down, and this is what it's going to look like. So as I'm going through this, I would ask my spectator to look out for their cards. So in this case, the selection is the 6 of spades. Remember, you as a magician, you're not going to know your spectator's card. They are going to be the only one that knows it. And as you're spreading out the cards here, you're going to tell your spectator to keep watch in the face-up pile for their card. So we're going to go through the entire deck here. It's not going to take too long. I'm just going to deal out all the cards so my spectator has a chance to take a look at everyone. So once I'm done dealing out these cards into two different piles, I would ask my spectator if they saw their card in this face-up pile. We did not see that 6 of spades, so they would say no. We're going to get rid of that pack, and we are just going to be dealing now with the face-down cards. We're going to do this again. We're going to go through the cards once again. My spectator would be looking out for their selection in the face-up pile. So I'm going to be dealing every other card here, one face down, one face up. And once we are done with this pile, I would ask my spectator again if they saw their card. They would say no, we did not see that 6 of spades. Now let's go, we're almost down to the end of the deck. Let's go through it again. And I'm going to keep dealing the cards, looking out for that 6 of spades. Did not see it there. We only have a couple left. Let's try it with the remainder of cards here. One face up, one face down. Nope, no 6 of spades to be seen. My spectator at this point would still not see their card. We only have 3 left. We're going to continue the pattern. Up, down, up. The 6 of spades, my spectator's card has not been seen once. So once you're done dealing out all the cards, you're left with 1 on the table. You would ask your spectator what their card was, and for the first time you would hear it, they would say the 6 of spades, and you would show your spectator that the card you ended on was their selection. So guys, that is a trick. If you want to learn how to perform this one, definitely stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really great no setup card trick that will definitely amaze all of your spectators. And all you need for this trick is a full 52 card deck. Make sure you have taken out the jokers and make sure you're not missing any cards or anything like that. You do need a full 52 card deck for this trick to work. So you can start off, you go up to your spectator, you have them shuffle the cards as much as they want to. Once they are done shuffling, you're going to ask for the deck back and deal the top 2 cards onto the table face up. So you're going to go 1, 2, and you're going to explain to your spectator that the values of these cards are very important because this is what you're going to do. So we have a 7 and a king in all face cards. If you do run into a face card on the table, all face cards are worth 10. They have a value of 10 for this trick. And if you have an ace on the table, an ace is 1. So this is what you're going to do with the values of cards. We have a 7. You're going to tell your spectator you're going to deal cards one at a time on top of it until you reach a total value of 10. So it's really easy. This is 7, 8, 9, 10. And since we have a king here, that's already 10. Any face card is 10. You do not do anything with it there. So at this point, once you have done that, you're going to tell your spectator that you're going to add up the values of these cards together. So 10 plus 7 is 17. That means you're going to deal 17 cards from the top of the deck, and the 17th card is going to be your spectator selection. So we're going to go ahead and do this now together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this 17th card, that is going to be your spectator's card. So in this case, it is the 10 of diamonds. You're just going to have them look at the card, and once they have memorized it, you're ready to continue the trick. But before we move on with the tutorial, I'm just going to explain why you're doing this, because every single time you do this, no matter what two cards that are face up on the table, if you follow these steps with dealing the cards on top of it to get to a value of 10, and then adding these up and dealing cards down from the deck to get your spectator selection that corresponds to the sum of the values here, this card every single time is going to be the card that was in the 22nd position from the top of the deck, because this is what we have here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 3 cards, plus 2 is 5, and then 5 plus 17 is 22. So that means this card came from the 22nd position from the top of the deck, and that is what you need for this trick to work. You need to get this card back in the 22nd position from the top of the deck to move on with the trick. And all you need to do is, while your spectator is looking at their card, you're just going to collect these cards, because this is 21. These are 21 cards right here. And then you're going to place the card on the top. And then you're going to place the 21 cards that you had here on the table directly on top of it. And you have just got their selection into the 22nd position from the top of the deck, which is what you need for the trick to work in order to get the ending there. So that is how you do that. It's really easy. Remember, you're starting off with dealing the top 2 cards face up on the table. Those can be any 2 cards, because your spectator can shuffle to start. If you have face cards, they're 10. Aces are 1. You do those steps, and you have your spectator memorize their card. You get it back in that position. It's in the 22nd position now, and you're ready to move on. So basically, the remainder of the trick is self-working. It's really cool how this works. So this is the steps that you're going to do. So you're going to deal a pile face up and face down as you go throughout the deck. Every single time you're going to start with a face up card. That is important. So you're going to go face up, face down. You're just going to do this throughout the entire deck. And while you're doing this, you're going to ask your spectator to keep watch for their card in the face up pile. So you're going to tell your spectator to watch out for their selection. And while you do this, your spectator is never going to see their card, because as you're going through, you're going to be, alternating cards here, face up, face down, face up, face down. Make sure you keep the order here in the face down pile. That is extremely important for the trick. So you're going through, and your spectator's never going to see their card, okay? Because their card is always going to be in the face down pile. That is just a really cool self-working part of this trick. And like I said, guys, make sure you keep all the order of cards there in this face down pile. So once you've gone through the cards, your spectator is going to say no, they did not see their card in this pile here. Make sure you ask them that. They're going to say no. Okay, you're going to get rid of those cards. You're going to get rid of the face up ones, and you're going to do the same thing here again. Face up, that you start with that, face down, face up, face down. You follow this pattern. You have your spectator look out for their card again. They're looking for the 10 of diamonds. They are not going to see it. And remember, at the start of the trick, you just have your spectator look at their selection. You do not know what their card is, which is really cool. You're gonna ask them, did you see your card? They say no, and you're gonna keep going down here. It will get faster because we obviously have less cards. You start face up again. Keep dealing the cards. Once we are almost done here with cards, we're gonna get rid of this pile. Your spectator's still never gonna see their card. It is always going to remain in the face down pile. So once you get down to it here, guys, here's what you have. So you're going to ask your spectator again. They're going to say no. Every single time, your spectator selection will be in the middle. It will be the middle card here out of the 3 that you have remaining on the table. So I'm going to talk about a couple ways to end this trick. So here's what I did in the performance. I just continued the pattern. Face up, face down, face up. You get rid of these cards. You ask your spectator for the first time what was their card. They say 10 of diamonds, and they will be blown away. The card that ended on the table was the 10 of diamonds. And just another way to end this trick, so you know when you get down to the final 3 that your spectator selection is in the middle. So you can basically do Magician's Choice here at this point in the trick. You can spread out the 3 cards on the table, keep watch of where their selection is. You can kind of mix them up a little bit as long as you're keeping track of where their selection goes onto the table. Tell your spectator to cover 2 cards with their hands. So let's say they cover these 2 that are not their card, you tell them, okay, go ahead and get rid of these two, the ones that you covered, get rid of them. Boom, you end with their card. But let's say they cover two, one of them has their card under their hand. You're going to say, okay, keep your hands here. You're going to get rid of the one that's not their card. And you tell them to lift up either one of their hands. If they lift up the hand that has their card under it, you're going to say, okay, get rid of this one. And you have left with their card. If they lift up the other hand, you're going to say, okay, keep the card that's under your hand and reveal that it was their selection. So you just keep their card in play the entire time by giving them the appropriate instructions. So guys, that is the trick. I hope this one made sense. It's just a really cool self-working, no setup card trick that just involves you following the correct steps at the start by forcing your spectator's card that started off in the 22nd position from the top of the deck. You get it back in the 22nd position. You follow those steps with dealing the cards on the table by always starting face up and then face down. And then you end off the trick however you want to there to, completely blow your spectators' minds when you reveal that the last card was their selection. So that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the Amazon page if you are interested in the decks I use in my videos. I know a lot of you guys do ask, so that Amazon is going to be the best way to order that and find the decks that I use in my videos. This is the Fury 11 National deck if you guys are curious. But anyways, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching this one. I will see you all in my next video. Peace out.